back with it. There you go. There it is. And look at him right on Foley. There they go. I'm telling you. There goes Pruitt, bouncing off Busick into the end zone. Partisan crowd.
For a yard for the touchdown, and the Browns are going for it. No field goal unit on the field. It's Byner. He has the touchdown on a tremendous second effort.
Goal line. Another look at it. Good blocking by Jalon Malloy, number 64. Jackson, 68, clearing a path. And Byner stretching for all he's worth for the 6-pointer.
Have a station break coming up after this play. Earnest Byner with a football. Right side. Bounces outside. Look out. Out to the 30. And out of bounds in the vicinity of the 40-yard line. The final minutes now counting down in Houston. Earnest Byner, look at the hole this time across the 40, and look out at midfield. Earnest Byner, he's going for 200 yards today. Pulled down at the 15-yard line.
Clemson, Kevin Mack from the USFL, outstanding fullback. The one thing that he does from the fullback position is give the Browns explosive speed on
Backer for the Chargers, replacing Green. Danielson trips, throws, and look at this for a touchdown, Byner! What a remarkable effort by Earnest Byner! And Schottenheimer says, all right.
Mack, the rookie from Clemson, single setback, Danielson. Looks out, finds Byner. Byner breaks the tackle. Good running by Byner. Byner, a great effort to the 48-yard line before Keith Garrick pursues and makes the stop.
It's a simple flat pattern here. There was a blitz on. Byner ran to the. This kid just continues to do it week in and week out. Last year he was the only back in the league to run for over 100 yards against his Pittsburgh team. They say he can't make people miss, but he's making a few miss on this run.
4th and 2. And they have the first down. Earnest Byner breaking a tackle inside the 20. Parcells said, do you find the key people, the two backs and the tight end, as you see right there, Byner getting over the middle, breaking a tackle as he's done so many times today. We've seen so many tackles broken. And 28, minute 57 left, 4th quarter. And it's Earnest Byner putting the Browns on top. Byner from 9. Take a look at it from the end zone as you'll see the big tackle coming across right up the middle. That was Rising 63, and Byner getting into the end zone.
Underneath to Byner. Some good running by Byner. Gets some blocks. 30. And he's out to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 1. Danielson gives it to Mack. Mack at the 30. It's Byner for the touchdown. 4th down and 4 as the Browns force the gamble, and that's Earnest Byner. 45-50. Now the 45-40 looking for blocks. 35-30. And Byner out of bounds at the Dallas 26. Quite a play for the Browns. So Cleveland looking for the pass, and said the snap to Byner, the up back, and he circles left end for 36 yards.
Byner stepping right in front of the quarterback, taking the direct snap. That's a real surprise. I have never seen a team run that in the game. I've seen it in practice. Really took the whole Dallas defense by shock, and Byner gets down, makes the most of it as he gets way down the field.
30 to play in it. Byner. And he gets out across the 20. 18:40 to play in the game. Underdog Cleveland leading 21-17. Line drive to Vigorito. And the tackle made at the 37-yard line. Earnest Byner came down and got him. 3rd and 8. End up to Earnest Byner, open field. He's heading for the end zone. Earnest Byner's going to get down to the goal line. He is. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3rd and long. They go to the run. It's a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Browns right now are stunning Don Shula and the Dolphins. Clarence Withers took two Dolphins out, screened them away, and knocked them both down. They tripped over each other, and Earnest Byner breaks it 66 yards for a Cleveland touchdown. That's Earnest Byner, who just broke a Cleveland all-time record for rushing yards in a playoff game. The record set by Jim Brown in the 1964 NFL championship game. That was the Browns' last NFL title.
43. Kozar. To Byner. What a move by Byner. Well, he peeled around the corner with his chin just off the grass. Where he throws the ball sidearm. Quarter. Kozar under pressure. Dumps it off to Byner. He's got some running room. What a move at the 50. Byner at the 40 and out of bounds at the Bears' 38-yard line. Ernest Byner with an all-pro move in the open field to turn a 7-8-yard run into one good for 23.
This is exactly what Lindy Infante was hoping to be able to do. To take Earnest Byner out of a set where everyone knew that you were going to run with two backs, give him some room to run. He's into the secondary. That's like a long handoff. He just blows by number 45, Gary Fensick, using his excellent speed.
Kozar to Byner. What a move again by Earnest Byner, and he's close to a first down at the 32-yard line. Big chance for the Browns to pull within a touchdown. We're going to go wide with Kevin Mack, and he has a touchdown.
You'll see Dave Duerson, number 22, and Earnest Byner. Stop it right there. That's Byner underneath, and look at the block he throws right here to clear the way for his teammate Kevin Mack. Unselfishness is the word.
7 yards of pass receiving. In heavy traffic, Kozar somehow got it away to Byner down the sidelines to the 35 to 30, and it's Singletary who finally gets him out of bounds at the 18-yard line. To Byner, and then Byner tiptoeing down the sidelines.
You'll see again the great pressure on Kozar here. Right there, two people almost on top of him. I believe that was Richard Dent, but he was still able. He has a very powerful live arm, able to get that ball out. Look at that move by Byner. Just threw Dave Duerson right across in front of him. And again, that's like a long handoff to the running back, and he's wide open.
44 yards for Byner officially, and here he goes again to the outside. Tried to slice in and picks up 3. 2nd and 9.
We've seen the great teamwork between Kevin Mack and Earnest Byner, two very close. Byner really an inspiration to Mack, and they get along extremely well, but they do argue about one thing: which one is taller?
And they become very good friends.
Great article in Sports Illustrated just recently about the two of them.
On 3rd down and 4, Mack the only man in the backfield behind Kozar, and he looks for a block, spins away. What an effort, and he's close to a first down at the 34. I believe he has it. Steve McMichael finally secured the tackle, but check that, it's Earnest Byner who has shown that he can catch the ball, run in the open field, and on that occasion has the power to break a tackle and get the yardage.
Bears expecting the pass there. Byner able to get out of the tackle of Mike Singletary, roll off a second tackle. For what great effort to get that first down.
Play that just about wins this game. Here it is again. He's going to roll out. They say he can't run. Puts a good move right there on the safety. Fooled him a little bit. Got a man open, thrown on the run. That's Byner down there looking for that goal line. Doesn't get it, but more importantly, he got the first down.
Flags down. Byner crosses the goal line for the touchdown. I believe Houston might have been offside.
I think you're right, Tom. That's the final nail right there.
Defense decline. Score is good.
So the touchdown by Byner is good. And the Browns, taking advantage of the fumbled kickoff, go in for the touchdown.
Good movement by the offensive line.
No way they're going to be stopped on this play. They know this is the ball game. Good job by Byner to get in there.
Just picked his way through, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Not a power back, not like Mac, but he picked his way through there and got it.
In there with Mac. Goes off. Sidearms one down the sideline for Byner. There is a flag down at the San Francisco 40-yard line after a 27-yard gain. And, Jim, that just illustrates what you talked about in the open about his technique. Technique doesn't matter if it works.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, he looked very...
Good fake. Kosar to Byner. Byner shoved out of bounds. Should be another first down. That was Milton McCall, who was very good against the pass.
Mac and Byner really complement each other. They have the separate kinds of abilities. Mac, the quiet bruiser. Byner, maybe the slasher with more versatility. What makes the great back?
Well, you mean these great backs? What makes these guys great is because they play within the Cleveland system. Byner does everything he's asked. He's not going to have the great statistics. He catches the ball. He blocks. He fakes. He does everything. Mac runs up the middle. They block for Kosar. They are great for the Cleveland system.
Byner, what a block and what a run off the huge hole by Byner. He went 15 yards for the score.
Now watch this play. That orange cone you see on the goal line is inbounds in the end zone. Excellent block by Mac. All he has to do is get one foot in there.
Two. Kosar on 3rd down and 8. Again looking into the end zone. He throws a spike for a touchdown. Earnest Byner out of the backfield and over the middle. And Kosar with that tight spiral right on his numbers at the goal line. And Byner powers in against Nesby Glasgow and Freddie Robinson. Got it and finally take it in.
Byner, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the season. For this, there's no way he can cover this. And Eugene Daniel blocking on Johnny Cooks.
9 passing, 54 running. 2nd and a long 5. Kosar finds his man. It's Byner over the middle. He's inside the 20. And Byner thunders on down to the 16-yard line. Earnest Byner, a power back out of East Carolina, 5'10", 215 pounds, who led the Browns with 52 receptions in the regular season.
That will.
2nd and 8, and then on the critical 3rd downs, they've hit every time they've had to the Cleveland Browns. Quick out, goes to Byner, blockers in front. He's inside the 5, or inside the 10, and knocked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Coming up to make the stick was Dwayne Pickett, the All-Pro outside backer, but the Browns are challenging again.
And the Browns have found a way to get Earnest Byner loose out there with Dwayne Pickett. You see, it's a screen. Slaughter is a personal protector for him, and also Reggie Langhorne, not big guys. But as long as Pickett plays 6 or 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
So it's going to have to throw it 60 yards to get it by that deep zone. They go to the run, and Byner's truck it on down the field. The clock.
Because you've got Byner, who is a great receiver. Now you got to give him the ball. He's got to carry it in the rush. You're going to wear him out to a certain extent. And I do believe
you're ready, man. I'm going to get
ready.
you on the kickoff team.
This guy is the biggest guy on the offense for the Cleveland Browns in the second half. He's got to carry almost 80% of the load.
As for his talents, he said he's one of the very best. Now the Browns go at the Indianapolis defense. A straight-ahead power play on a 1st down carry. Though, and the end zone throw was intercepted by Freddie Robinson. 2nd down carry. Byner up the middle. He's close, but he's not in. Colts have never led in this game. Hand off Byner, and he didn't get there. Yes, he did. A second push. Got him in as the linesman comes in. Arms raised. And it's a touchdown call for the Cleveland Browns.
That has had longer drives than this one. That's a 13-play, 86-yard drive. Exactly the way the Cleveland Browns started the game. A 15-play, 86-yard drive. Great block by Manoa up front. Earnest Byner on 2nd effort gets in the end zone.
Look at the Cleveland Browns' 3rd touchdown of the day. Handoff. Earnest Byner. Head down, hit hard. Cliff Odom gets him, but he breaks the crust and gets through for the score. 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Kosar to Byner. Well thrown. Earnest Byner. Touchdown. Earnest Byner. Touchdown, Cleveland. Byner's 2nd score of this 3rd quarter.
Earnest Byner is a money player. money players know where the goal line is. Watch Byner as he senses where he is. Pay dirt. And that's exactly where he wanted to be.
Down the middle, Byner's open. Earnest Byner with Lilly to beat. And Lilly finally wrestles him down at the 27-yard line. And Kozar and Byner, the men that Schottenheimer penciled in as his top 2 players. He said those are the last 2 guys I'd ever lose in a trade. And they collaborate again for a big Cleveland play.
The other thing he said, when the going gets tough, we want the ball in the hands of Earnest Byner. 4 wide receivers. They spread the field. They get the good isolation right there on Rick Dennison, 55. That's not a good speed matchup. And Byner showing you how fine a receiver he is. Splits it all the way down to the 27-yard line.
53 yards on the play. Cleveland. Up the middle, Byner. And he has 20 to make that 16 yards. Byner. What a move. And appears to have a first down or close to as Dennison and Smith make the tackle.
Mack takes a hit. Second effort gets him into the end zone. And they can't do anything with it. Here we see the TD run. Oh, watch to your right. You see Bosworth get the first hit, but he can't get his left arm up there. Dean and then Jenkins, all 3 of them, had opportunities to tap mid down 4 at the 40. This time it's Earnest Byner. First down for the Browns at the 23. Both Byner and Mack running effectively in the first quarter. Second down for 35. Byner. And Byner gives the Browns a first down near midfield. Brock with plenty of time. Penalty marker down as he hits Earnest Byner. Breaks Bosworth's tackle. He has a first down penalty, but there's another flag down. This one thrown in the Cleveland backfield. Paul Moyer finally made the tackle in a gain of 7.
Again to Byner. And the Browns' leading receiver fights for extra yards. It's a gain of about 5 before Joe Kelly, now in at linebacker, number 58, can make the tackle.
Pushing and shoving going on there. This is an emotional game between these 2 teams.
The Browns crossed up Joe Gibbs with a 3rd down draw from a 4-receiver set.
Handoff up the middle. Byner beats 1 tackler, beats 2. To the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Browns. Earnest Byner up the middle to shock the Redskins.
Cleveland eliminated the defending Super Bowl champions from the race and gave themselves a huge emotional lift. Often finding big holes in the gap was number 21, Earnest Byner, who proved to be quite a find himself. Byner was picked up from Cleveland last year and enjoyed a stellar season, catching 54 passes and rushing and receiving for over 1,000 yards. Byner not only brought his offensive abilities with him from Cleveland, but also his blue-collar work ethic.
1,000% better. From the 24-yard line, it is Riggs exploiting a hole through the middle, taking it out to the 40.
3rd and 5. Blitz. Rippon. Left side for Monk, who's open. Touchdown.
Rippon back to pass. Complete to Byner. And Byner's got room. He's got the first down and more. And Earnest Byner inside the 40. Knocked down by Paul Carter. Every time the ball gets in Byner's hands, he does something good with it.
Well, that's the guy they want to handle the ball a little bit more, and I think he would like that too. We spoke with him yesterday, and he wants the ball more, but he said he will wait, let the substitution situation, let it come to him. Yeah, I think you'll see this young man involved a lot more in their offense, receiving the ball and running. He's in on the nickel-type package. Good call against that nickel situation. They're playing zone. Those linebackers run out of there, hit them with a draw.
Snake inevitable that Byner would see the ball a lot more given his productivity.
Well, he does so much with it, you know. He makes things happen. He catches the ball, as we said. He's a great runner, good blocker, does it all.
Redskins have been successful inside the 20 so far this season. On the delay, Byner, he'll get in there. Touchdown, Redskins. 12 yards, and Washington takes the lead.
5 games remained on the schedule, 3 against playoff-bound teams. Injuries had depleted a once-deep squad, and if the Redskins were going to make the playoffs, someone had to step forward and carry the team to that next level. Carry is exactly what Earnest Byner decided to do.
Really, Earnest is pretty much not the kind of guy that comes up and talks to you a lot or says things. He came over and sat down next to him. He said, hey, I just want to let you know that, hey, I want to carry the full load. I feel good about myself. He says, hey, I feel real good about where I am, and give it to me. And basically, I looked around and I said, hey, in case you didn't look, there's nobody else to give it to. We got a one-back offense here, and you're the back. So we gave it to him.
And they gave it to him a lot. Byner averaged 30 carries a game over the last 5 weeks. And 4 times he went over the 100-yard barrier. He finished 4th in the NFL in rushing with over 1,200 yards and was selected to his first Pro Bowl.
Ripping on a draw play to Byner. Touchdown. That is what you call determination. Earnest Byner got that ball on a draw play. It was only a 5-yard run, but he is going to get this thing in the end zone. Watch it here. He runs through that one. He runs through that one. He runs through that one. He is going to cross the plane. So the corners, you see here 25 Collins, the corners have to get up on these outside plays and help. Wind up in the neutral zone.
This is Byner with an option pass is wide open to Ricky Sanders. Touchdown.
Sanders hadn't caught a pass. This is the first one. Run pass. You fake like you're running. You just stop and pull up. The corner, who should be covering Sanders, reads run. He sees the handoff. Byner.
21-10. Byner behind some great blocking. Well, I tell you, Slurette pulls out, Raleigh McKenzie pulls out, or helps to lead the way, and the result is a big Earnest Byner gain. I'll tell you, Earnest Byner has had the quietest 100-yard night I can ever remember. He just went over 100 yards.
He did 4 100-yard games last December when the Redskins had to have it to get into the playoffs. This is a great football player. He does it all out there.
Talked to him just before the game. He said, I kind of expected it to feel differently coming to Cincinnati in a Redskin uniform. Came here so many times in the great rivalry between the Browns and the Bengals, but he said it doesn't feel any different.
In the first quarter, Byner goes outside and gets the first down. Earnest Byner with some hard running, and Joe Gibbs remarking about all the shots he takes when he carries as much. Ricky Dixon finally makes the play, but it's a first down for the Redskins.
Well, as an old defensive player, I got to tell you, he delivers some shots out there. This is one of the most physical running backs in the NFL. The ability to cut, the ability to make those tacklers miss, one of his great attributes. But Joe Gibbs said something else that is a great compliment to him. Said he's the finest all-around back he's ever had.
He's had a few. First down, Byner. There he is as a receiver out of the backfield.
Watch Earnest Byner lead the attack here. He won't get credit for this in a lot of areas, but watch this blocking by number 21, Earnest Byner. In motion, and right there, nails Joe King, keeps him out of the way.
5 of them. He's out of the game now. It's Byner. Byner off left tackle. Got away from 2 men and scored.
Andy Harmon got the penetration, was unable to bring down Byner, and then just fights his way into the end zone. Power football.
And here is Byner as he pops through, cuts back, and is finally swarmed under, but a huge gain of 19 yards. So he's now over 120 on the ball game. The final game here at Cleveland Stadium.
Some of the screen, second and short. And Testaverde under pressure, sets up the screen. Byner has some room, cuts it back to midfield, into Raider territory down to the 48-yard line. Chased down by Greg Beekert and Russell Maryland after a gain of 10.
Byner at 34 years old, one of the most active running backs I think that you'll ever find in the league. Byner always an excellent receiver. He was matched with Kevin Mack in Cleveland. They each had 1,000 yards rushing. Byner has always been a quality receiver.
Byner! Have taken the lead in an unlikely fashion on a run. This one by Earnest Byner.